I'm not entirely sure how. Since I ran it a while ago, all these numbers have updated because they were really low. I did open a crate the other day that gave me 500 more coins, so I've got 750. But I don't think it matters now because the store is basically gutted. Everything's 1 or something stupid, which is nice. You can get lots of skins.
Yeah. I will say this though. On the one hand, I'm kind of proud of Epic though. Did you see what they offered refunds to everyone?
Yeah, that's pretty decent.
I mean,
I was actually
honestly, when
looking
you think
on.
about it though, and they said, forget the platform holder, we will cover your refund.
Yeah.
You know? Which I thought was really cool because they came out and admitted, said, look, we just couldn't make it what we needed it to be.
I have
we
a
couldn't
feeling the
make it what
platform
you
holder
needed.
probably doesn't want to go through refunds for stuff that people bought like
Sure.
a year plus ago.
Right. But I just meant more that Epic's willing to like eat the cost of it. Yeah, and that's no small. Of course, they have all kinds of money, right?
I imagine it didn't sell well. Or I think the interest was fairly low.
Well,
I don't think it helped that they marketed it as a beta for so long. Well, yeah. Again,
yeah, that too.
They're hoping that microtransactions will carry that, and it might. But I don't know.
What, Fortnite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are these my hero stats? Apparently I've won 13 games and lost 3. The problem is I seem to recall leveling up some of these heroes. Twin Blast I played a reasonable amount, and for some reason, where is he? He's level 1, so I guess they reset everything, which kind of sucks, frankly. I forget who else I know. Which one's Decker? Don't think it was it Lieutenant. Yeah, I think I just did her. And yeah, Gideon's okay. Yeah, there's matches happening. I think the problem is it's this card.
Oh my god, I see it.
Just made it so alien.
Oh god, in so many ways.
I don't even remember what
I have 87
gems are for.
87? I have 1150 of the whatever the premium shit is.
I don't even know what that is.
Whatever that premium currency's called. I have 11,150 of it.
Is that the one that's like 3 cards stacked on top of each other, or the coins?
Okay. No, the coins.
Wow, that's cool.
I have 1150 coins.
I'm now showing the stream my skin listing on the store. Pretty much all of them are owned. Because I went through the other day and just opened a load of crates because it was all pretty much free, and opened a bunch of skins.
Yeah.
The problem is it's all cosmetic, which is fine, but the boosts are pointless now. The banners are kind of interesting to look at. Oh, you can't view them on. Here's Monkey King. Right, so I guess we can't party up.
We can't?
Or can we? Oh no, wait. I sent a party. We probably can't play in a game together, so I'm assuming it's going to break. There we go. So you press X to chat. Okay. There we go.
Whatever. It worked.
Okay, so whisper select. Okay, so you can send messages. Oh wow. So I'm level 11 and you're level 10. Okay.
They did reset them all, didn't they? No, because my Greystone's still level 2.
I could have sworn my Twin Blast I got a level on, and I think I might have got near on Gideon. But it's been so long. So anyway, I'm going to play a versus AI match. And humans, allies.
Oh god, then they added other cards and stuff? Well shit.
As far as I'm aware, they they did big card pack changes since I last played.
Yeah.
Because I think we
Knowledge.
messed around in it like last February, last March or something, and
Yeah,
haven't
it
been
was a
back in it
while ago.
since. It's
I don't even know what this is.
maybe it wasn't that early. Maybe it was sort of after we were having a minor break from Destiny or something, sort of at springtime last year or something. There we go. So it's found other players.
Oh my god. I have a bunch of chests to open.
Nice. Remember, you don't have to open them. Oh right, I've got to ready it. My bad.
What's the point of not opening them?
Well, it's all going to vanish anyway, so it's not going to matter. Oh, selected position. I forget how to.
Oh, but yeah, if
So
I've got 87,000 of those tokens, right? I've got 87,600 of those damn tokens. What am I picking? What am I supposed to be picking?
It's just random, isn't it? I don't really want to be solo. I don't want to be mid.
Oh, I see.
Even this interface has changed because I don't recall picking the role before you pick. Oh, you're actually in my team. Okay, I didn't. Too many jungle picks. Have I? Oh, I've got to wait to lock in. Okay. I always thought this game had a very clean interface for what it's having to obviously do. And I think because this was before Dota did its interface tidy up, it was quite ahead of Dota in terms of cleanliness. I was wondering why I couldn't progress then. It needed me to move the cursor onto attribute cost, card levels, stat bonus, ability. Yes, I recall those things.
Okay, so
deck.
How do you get past it there, Ghost?
Just made you go onto my. Oh, this is new.
Well, this is probably one of the reasons it kept dying.
Yeah.
Fuck, they change this shit so often.
I don't know what any of these cards do now, so just cover the weak, execute minions, whatever.
I'm gonna pick that one. Oh, I see. No, this isn't confusing at all.
I see, so I can't. Yeah, they definitely made it messier, didn't they? Well, it looks like we don't have anyone mid at the moment, so I'm following you.
That's me, yeah.
Oh, buy stats. Can I just hit? How do I? There we go. Okay. So attach touchpad, tap button. You need.
Oh.
Right, and then I remember that it's last hit so you have to get the killing blow. Notice. Nice. Well, I got a kill.
What am I spending gold on? Okay.
Vitality. Weird. So where's the figure? Oh, it's the bottom left. Okay, so I need to get 1,000 before I do it.
Wow, you know. Somebody in.
Nice.
Looks like now if we can just kill this little bastard. Oh shit, that was dumb.
I forget what that does. Hot shot hits required. Oh, okay. So I have to.
Yeah, I got poisoned. Okay, like none of this makes any sense anymore.
I'm glad that no one seems to be flanking us like they did last week. But I guess it might be that people have forgotten how to play. There used to be stuff on the D-pad to heal us.
Uh-huh.
It keeps saying out of range on the screen, and I'm not entirely sure what that's talking about. Upgrade.
No. Shit. All the D-pad stuff is now chat.
For some reason, that grenade did 0 damage now. Oh. This kind of needs Destiny aiming or something. I find the keep completely missing on trying to shoot it.
Yeah, me too.
But that just might be good.
Well, yeah, but it's also like what first time we played in like months, and
yeah,
you know, I can kind of see where things fell apart on this. We kept changing core gameplay a lot, apparently.
Oh yeah, that's good. Kill Fangtooth. Is that... See on the right side of the screen, under the map, is that a player command that they've passed on to us, or is that an objective?
Maybe.
Oh, someone's hit me with the... Crunch. Nice. You're playing Gideon, aren't you?
Huh?
What character are you playing? Okay. What?
Gideon.
For those looking at you on the map, what are you up to?
I'm gonna try and recall back to base. I got hit by a minion and it stopped my other recall. I have no idea why I'm recalling at the moment, just because you can, I guess.
I apparently have my I'm going to go to left lane because it seems they're
That's
getting
where I'm
pushed.
at.
The thing is, even though we've got mid tower, so she's slow. Need to push this.
An allied tower is under attack.
Forgotten. So I've got rocket dash. I might die.
See a butthole.
I would be shocked if I died. Not down mids.
An allied tower is under attack.
Probably going to lose mid. Yeah. I don't know what these do. Increase move speed. Bonus damage. Yeah, they've made the card system even more confusing. It's good that it force opens now, because it didn't used to. So I guess people played without even using cards. But yeah, they've made the system kind of weird. How do we tell teammates to do things off again? Ah.
How do you do what?
Okay. So if you hit left on the D-pad, it just shows you a list of blank, 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 blank. It's like, okay, well I'll tell my teammates to blank. So I can upgrade again. Upgrade.
Annihilation.
I'm
I'm
gonna
pushing
say
it.
though, there are a lot of things about this though that are well ahead of Dota,
Oh yeah.
so far as like the interface. Well, I meant like the information that it gives to you just as you're. I think I'm headed back to mid.
You're coming mid to
Yeah.
I might take this in a town now. Yep, there we go. Oh yeah, John has to say. Careful, my other characters up there.
I'm gonna show you how many minions are in there with you.
Yep. And that's something. So know that you can actually hit the tower. So that you're not just distracted, but I'm gonna try and bail. Come on. Oh, wrong one.
Okay.
Yeah, TPing takes ridiculously long.
I have a restoration potion now.
Health regen. What's available? Oh, that's used, I see. Fleet, actually. Let's put that in instead. So does that replace or? Yeah, okay. We'll go with that then. Crit bonus, okay. Oh, I could. I'll go for that. So they're currently pushing mid, but it's not past the tier 2, I guess it is.
Fuck! Oh well. That didn't really need to be as big a deal as I made it out to be.
You die or something with it.
No, they just, the entire left lane is open to them now.
Okay. We still got that tower outside the base.
Yeah,
So we're
fine.
mid lane a bit more pushed. I'm wondering if we should go to the right lane, you and I. Push that in, take the second defense turret or whatever you want to call it.
The inhibitors?
Well, no, we've not actually taken them yet. The mid one's shit. Okay, I completely forgot how long that, how little my first.
Your skill rises.
I'm leaving mid to go to the right lane. You've entered the shadow plane. Okay, why? Get Rex on or something or other. How's it going where you are?
Going just fine.
I'm gonna rotate to your lane. Oh, don't want to go that way. That's okay. I still find these maps a little confusing. I don't know anyone that jungles in this game. Right, so this way. I think I've got my ult ready, so I need to get right up to it. Okay, ults do not work on they are
Nope.
low mana.
Okay. Well, this was fun, but you know what?
What?
I think this is gonna be my only match.
You reckon?
Yeah, I'm not interested in trying to learn all the different changes they've made to it for a game that's gonna be dead in 2 months.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just
Yeah.
happy you're here for a few minutes.
Yeah, no, and I'm glad I got to see it again because
It's got things. It's just
Yeah.
they're not the best things, and knowing that it will
No.
die. I think I'll just stream a match or two after. Just in the same way
Yeah.
that I did with Marvel, and Kill Strain. It's nice to have some video with completely dead games. Because this isn't even going to be something you'll be able to launch into. It's going to be completely dead. Let's go murder Steel in the right lane. Oh, they're back. I forget what the max level is for all these skills.
2.
There's one, so I need to be 2 more.
2.
So I guess 15 is the top level. Oh yeah, that was very nice indeed.
You know, at the bottom, they could at least take off the in development part. This is open beta in development. They could at least drop that.
Being closed down. So I didn't die at all in that game.
Well, I died 3 times, but not like I
I got
really.
7 kills, 0 deaths, 2 assists.
Yeah.
And apparently I got the highest CS, which is creep score, 105. So I think that's probably the character. It's kind of easy to get blasted. You just shoot everything.
Well, that's gonna free up some hard drive space for me.
Well, I mean, I did ask you to install it when you hadn't got it installed, so it's my fault in the first place.
No, because I had actually said, if you're interested in trying it out, I will definitely play again, and I have, you know. The reputation score is the one that it's up to 91,000 now. Got a couple chests, even though I bought like 30 of them.
Nice. So 7,000 experience, 6.5 thousand reputation, 2 stars
Hey,
over
I
there.
even got a daily quest. I don't think I ever completed a daily quest the entire time we were playing this legit.
No, I don't think I did either. When
And
I
I
loaded
just
it,
did,
it's
yeah.
like day 1 chest. You can pick it up. I'm like, this is new. Hero defeated. Secure 5 kills.
It's unfortunate because I don't know if you remember, I was excited about this one from the get-go.
You really were. And
I
you were
was
excited when we were
really
playing
excited.
it because it was an accessible MOBA. And
Well,
it
it
still
was more
kinda
that,
is.
you know, kind of like Smite.
Yeah.
I like the third-person perspective helps me a lot more so than, well, it's also a hindrance at times too, but more so than like the limited field of view in Dota. And the control scheme is more comfortable for me than Dota.
let's not do that.
Uh-oh.
So there's a rate players button, and it's got positive and negative things to comment on.
Please don't, you bastard. It's probably tied to my Epic account.
Oh no, I wasn't going to report you for being an arse or anything. Complete 3 daily quests. Okay, so as I said, I am going to play another game. You're out of the game already, aren't you? Are you going to be playing something else?
Mhm.
Are you going to be staying in the party?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I finished the order. I don't know if you caught the last episode. Oh wait, I don't
No,
want
I didn't.
Whoops, I don't do that. I want to go to PvP.
I did not. And by the time you finished it, we're like, I don't know, was there a sense of satisfaction?
I really appreciate that game.
Okay.
I know some of the fights were kind of butts, and I think because it's probably one of their first sort of shooter style things, they don't really understand how fun it is when you're trying to peek up from cover to shoot someone, and everyone else is just shooting you in the face. It basically, I would get stun locked out of trying to shoot people so often that it got frustrating. However,
Sure.
the world they've made, the engine they've made, absolutely stunning. I bow down to them. Brilliant. If they ever made a sequel, I would be buying it day of launch probably.
So if they came up with like the Order 1887.
Yeah. And I know that sounds kind of silly, but I can see where they were trying to take the story. They just clearly were a bit out of their
Botched it.
depth.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and with the delays and everything, it sounds like they'd made a reasonable game, but people kept saying, this needs to be better, and they're like, oh, we'll try. And they tried, and it's just... Yeah.
It's a constant case of change this, change that, and we'll...
I mean, I can't say that some of the issues with that game are because they had to go back to a drawing board and probably made it worse or whatever. It might be that they improved it immensely in that time. It sort of feels like they had a story and then they adjusted some of it, so it just... The ending didn't feel fulfilling to me.
Yeah, that's kind of the question I was asking.
Well, the person that dies, your friend. I don't know if you saw that bit. We're on the dirigible, and a bomb goes off, and he dies.
Yeah.
The dirigible collapses to the ground, and luckily we can drink our potion, but for some reason he was too close to the bomb, whatever, so didn't. Anyway, so he was making, or he was in cahoots with the rebellion to... It's complicated.
Create werewolves?
Lord Hastings and Isabella's
You're
brother...
trying to explain this, aren't you?
Both, yeah. They...
You know what? I love
What?
you so much because you
don't
tried to
want to
untangle
explain.
Destiny 1 lore as well. You know, and you tried to make it cohesive in a way that it just could never be. You know? And I appreciate that about you.
Some of the Order were trying to smuggle Lycans into cities to convert the population to be other Lycans, which is like, okay, whatever.
Wait, is that how that
so
works? Okay.
You know how these werewolf tales go. They just want to convert.
Yeah,
the
they
whole
bite them in the
population.
neck, and then
Yeah.
something like that.
So So the people that we've been trying to crush through most of the game
Afraid of garlic.
are actually fighting against us because they see us as obviously the imperialists that are trying to blah blah blah. And that's the Indian queen, as we refer to her. Just like, okay, whatever. So in trying to defeat the plot, we discover that Lord Hastings is a werewolf because he's feeding on someone. That's why we're in prison. God, everyone keeps bailing from this game, so I've had to ready up 3 times now. Yes, finally a game.
I'm sorry, John. I guess I was too late. I had installed it, but I was gonna say, damn, if I'd known it was gonna be that tough, I would have stayed in just so you could at least get matches started.
So, wow, you'd bail that easily, would you? So I'm gonna be.
Huh?
Nothing. I want to be.
Yeah, I bailed and
again,
deleted it.
Yeah, it's okay.
I have no interest in. Like I said, it's unfortunate. I think part of it is just that so much of that game has changed since the last time you and I played it.
It's everything about the card system is butts. If that was gone, and it was a far more flat system.
Oh my god, that game would be amazing.
Awesome, because then it's down to how you play it.
Yeah, it was.
But I think then it lacks the flexibility that some MOBAs need with the items. So they'd probably have to bring something in.
Right.
And that
also
again makes it so that more similar to these Dotas and everything else. So
yeah, well, and the other piece too is that you want to allow the player some level of customization within the character's roles.
Yeah.
You know, for how they're going to play it, how specifically they're going to play that character, what kind of strategies, or I guess what kind of.
If the ability, the 3 primary attributes you pick, if that had more influence on how your characters, if you were very quick but glass cannony or something, if they can make the trade-offs there, so that let's say you start speccing into being quick, but the game's going poorly because you're not resilient enough. Yes, you'd have to then start speccing something else, which would make you still quite fragile. So I don't know. They really could do something. In a simple way. Maximize your goal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Something I mean to tell you. So.
Yeah.
One of the really not just, on the PlayStation, but on other compatible devices, such as, say a computer running Windows 10. What's really cool about this, what's really cool about this is that means that I can now sit at my computer and play through PS Now. What is incredibly disappointing is that the experience is far superior on my Windows PC than it is on my PlayStation. I get fewer connection timeouts, situations where the game will just literally lock up. You can hear the audio in the background, so it's like just the whatever it's descending to, the display isn't getting updated, but the game is still going on in the background. It's weird. It doesn't show a connection quality drop indicator or anything. It's just the display freezes. You can hear everything, and you can pause the game. You'll hear the menu switch, right? A couple of times on the computer, I've had it actually if I wait long enough, because I'm playing Beyond Two Souls. And if it locks up, I'm like, well shit, I have to kind of sit there and wait, and if I have to go start over again, I'm not sure how much progress I have on. But I got lucky a couple times, and after 45 seconds or so, we pause the menus, unpause it again, and everything's going to come back and I can continue playing. On the PS4, it never recovers. Ever. If it gets to that stage where the screen's frozen but gameplay is still going, PS4 never recovers. So it's like, I don't understand how the experience can be better. Isn't it? It's like, oh, well then, yeah, I don't know. On the one hand, I guess it works out better for me though, because I can at least play it there. Happen to mumble and stuff.
I certainly have issues with Twitch on PS4 having just playback stalls constantly. I wonder I wonder if people just aren't used to programming on the PS4 in that way. Maybe they're just trying to rely on the web browser for PS Now, and that's probably why the experience might be fucked.
Who knows? That could be, but you'd figure they maybe update. Now, part of the issue I have too is I'm running the beta, so I don't know. I'm running the firmware beta,
Oh right.
so I have no way
of. Thought it'd be that drastically broken.
Well, it coincided, my getting PlayStation Now coincided with getting the update pretty much, so I have no real basis of comparison.
We are totally pushing this lane. Which is fine. I died!
How'd you do that?
He ran at me. I'm like, I can probably tank this a bit more. No, he's like, punch, 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 you're dead. It's a bad thing. Okay, so I can't equip anything more. Let's go back to this. See, I was going to renew PS Plus. I thought it expired in like a week, so I was like, la 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 la. Now I have to discover where best to buy it to just see if there are any discounts, because no point just going straight to YouTube being out. You are.
Well, while we had the windfall, I went ahead and said, screw it, I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah. I mean, it's totally worth it. You know, games and
that's
just networking. I mean, it's more. I do play quite a few of the multiplayer games that want the hosting for, so I don't.
Right,
I don't
exactly.
fault it for that. And I'm even actually totally fine with them saying that they're going to stop having PS3 games in the bundle.
Yeah, but did you see when?
Next year, March.
Yeah, next year, and I was like, okay, hey, that's incredibly fair.
It's decent doing a good amount of headroom.
Right, it's not like they said, okay, guys, starting next month, you get shit again, and it's like, and not even you get shit, because if anybody who's had a PS Plus subscription for years, at this point, like me, if I buy a Vita, I don't need to buy games for a while. You know?
Yeah, and I'm even thinking about, I like a Vita. I know that it's unsupported and no one wants to develop games for it anymore. But I've got a reasonable amount on my PS Plus account that
me too. Like,
giving me something.
I must have a good 100 or so games, if not more, on my Vita already. Right? The strange thing is, they even don't support them without the price. I can't justify them yet. So it's really more about coming up with a justification than anything else.
Yeah.
I need it for some kind of research purposes or something. Oh, although I have found that lately my Steam Link has become a little more useful.
Really?
Only in the sense that, like, for a while I was like, well, might as well just play on the PS4. What's the point of, like, you know, it was kind of silly playing a bunch of these games that most of them I had already, and not only that, most of the ones that I had there was just, there's no reason to sit on the couch and play them. However, at the end of the day, I can't remember. I don't remember what game it was now, because I'm in the middle of a stupid fight. What was I playing? Oh well, I don't remember, but all it is I got a couple games now where it is literally better to play it on the TV than it is on my computer. I'm gonna see if I can get Vermintide to work.
That's WoW, is it?
Warhammer. And I'm not a Warhammer person, but oh my god. Played the closed beta of Vermintide 2, and it is... kind of reminds me in some ways of kind of like Samurai Warriors or Destiny Warriors, in that it's just crazy hordes of enemies. Occasional mini-bosses and bosses thrown in there. Really good. It's a very good action. I don't know what genre that would be. It's actually, here, best way to describe it is kind of like Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 with, in the Warhammer universe, more or less. So you're constantly getting mobbed by enemies, they'll spawn around you. But the melee combat is so... something so visceral about their presentation of it that it is just so satisfying.
This guy's an absolute
Slicing
arse.
little rat beasts in half, and you literally see like the bottom half of it standing still for a moment.
That sounds kind of gross, Bean.
Oh, it's amazing. Decapitations everywhere.
So you know I said I died. This one guy just runs at me. Like axe, like, hello! Completely stuns me out and just bashes me. Oh well. Oh, I forget this has got like Roshan stuff.
Yeah. The Prime... Orbis Prime... Prime... Beef... something. Prime Rib. It's called the Orgasma Pro... Prime... something. Yeah, there's the big beast in the middle of the jungle.
We've had a beast beneath over in the UK recently.
I heard.
And it's just snow.
Yeah, I heard it's called like the Snowpocalypse, and it might just be like an inch.
Hey, we don't use that over here. We use centimeters. We had like 10
Except for the person
centimeters
who
of
did
snow.
use inch yesterday.
Who did?
There's in one of the Discord servers online. There's a person who's in the UK.
Oh well,
Britain.
you know, there are some stupid people in the UK.
And she's where it's snowing. Oh my god, listen to you. As if there aren't stupid people everywhere.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying there are definitely stupid people in the UK. We've had a reasonable amount of snow, but that's a reasonable amount of snow for the recent time period in the UK, because when I was a little young boy, we had decent amounts of snow. But we've had...
And then it just
stopped
got
snowing.
taxed to death, and so it just stopped coming. Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, come on
Blaming
now.
socialism. But yeah, it was just a case that
Oh my god.
barely saw any snow. From,
I would pay for actual socialism.
from the early 80s up to kind of sucked.
I like to think it's because y'all stopped paying for it, so we stopped supplying it.
Nice. I just saw a ghost creep.
Like it actually like came back to life. It was haunting you. That kind of a
Pretty
ghost.
much, yeah. So we've got snow. It's not much. It's currently melting, but you know. Why did we get on to talking about snow? I forget.
I don't know. You mentioned the snowpocalypse. The beast from the east.
Oh yeah, it's kind of hilarious because we've only had snow for like 2 days, but the shops here are out of bread and milk. The water supply currently is off here. Pipe cracked, so they're repairing it.
Oh.
They were saying the gas supply was a bit low. It's just, yeah, UK goes to shit when you get any abnormal weather. It's kind of hilarious.
I lived in a part of the U.S. where literally, you know, an inch of snow was enough to shut down the entire city because that area of the country just never, like, I shouldn't say never, but obviously rarely got snow, to the point where there was no point for the cities there to maintain equipment to clear the roads and so on. So, yeah. I've never seen it happen before. But then again, I've lived in places where it snowed regularly.
Definitely kill myself there, standing around too long. So hey, we took it down, so that's cool. You still playing Adventure Capitalist for life?
You know, I fire it up every once in a while. I go through and I upgrade all the things, do resets on basically the only thing I'm doing right now is really Earth and Moon. I think I have like 2, maybe 3 trophies left in that. So I figure at this point it doesn't hurt, go in every once in a while, do whatever, and then just leave it be for a day or 2. But yeah, more or less. I guess I'm still playing.
I forget how long games last in this if you don't, you know, if you just mess around. It's like a 15-minute game over.
Oh no, I don't think that's the case. Why did you ask about Adventure Capitalist?
I'm just wondering what your go-to happy game is, because last time it was Skyforce, wasn't it? And it's been Adventure Capitalist.
Oh, okay, so like, if I just want to play something to just zone out or something, or just kind of like I played Destiny 2, I was playing this one yesterday, it's like playing Solitaire. I don't do a lot of the PvP, but even when I do the PvP, I don't take it seriously, and so it's just literally like passing. I don't know. It's meditation almost. It's not. I don't have to think that very hard to play Destiny. But right now, I was trying to think. It's hard. It's hard to say. I've been bouncing around with a lot of games lately, especially because with PlayStation now I have, you know, access to a bunch of games I didn't play. Some of them I started up and realized I don't need to play them. But, I think if anything it's the pure pool, actually.
Oh yeah.
There was that flash sale a few weeks ago, or like 3 weeks ago, where it had a whole bunch of games on sale for $5. Nap was among them, you know, and I picked it up like 2 weeks before the shit was free. But Pure Pool was one of them. It's been on my list for a while. Plus, Jen said she'd play cool games, and I installed Hustle Kings. Hustle Kings is too, I don't know,
Bland?
too gamey. No, it's
Oh.
too gamey. It's like, you know, hit the button at the. It's like, remember a lot of old. I don't know if you played a lot of old golf games. I haven't played in the recent ones.
Not many. I basically
Okay.
went from DOS-based 2D golf games to, sort of ones where they draw like ASCII art for the.
Okay. Okay.
That's the last time I properly played golf games.
Okay. So a lot of them have this mechanic, where you press a button, start your swing. Press a button for the stop the backswing. Press a button for the. Anyway, they've always got this kind of like press button to shoot extra power on like some kind of. That's a spinning wheel, and you have to stop it somewhere on that wheel to determine how hard you hit the ball, kind of a thing. And Hustle Kings has something similar, so it's like, even if you set up your shot, there's an element of chance to some degree. It's arcade, I guess. You're pulling in, but it really sucks because when you start playing against bots, they run the table right after the break. That's wonderful. Thanks for letting me play. Glad I got to watch you here for the last 20 minutes. But other than that, though, there's a lot of things about Pure Pull that I really like. Relaxing, fun. That's really kind of been about it. Well, Title 2 has been. That was a mistake. I should not have bought that. The game is like crack.
Not sure I would think of it as crack, but
Digital crack. It really is like.
I kind of want to play Plants vs Zombies, the 3D one.
Garden Warfare?
Yeah.
I almost grabbed it because it's on sale really cheap. But I was thinking about grabbing the newer one, the Garden Warfare 2. I did pick up Need for Speed Payback. So now I have all of the Need for Speed that came out on the PS4.
Nice.
I was going back and I was going to play from the first one and then work through them, but I realized I was probably playing Payback because it's the newest one they're still going to play. Including some of my friends.
I don't understand what... The team we're fighting against, they're brawlers, so they're not getting anything done on the map, but they're just getting... I mean, we've got more progress on their towers, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
one,
it's just
two.
slow going.
Yeah, and the problem is each time I die, it takes longer for me to respawn. And I don't think I've got a kill yet. Oh, wrong button. Yeah, 072. Which is a problem.
Oh, and then another one of my go-tos lately has been, on the computer and the PS4, has been, Neon Chrome.
Yeah, I played that for like a sitting up till I died. I was like, interesting.
I don't think it's your, I mean, I don't know, but okay, for me, top-down twin-stick shooters have been, that's kind of, those are my thing. I mean, I love them to death.
I like the roguelike nature of it, but I think I just found something about it I didn't like, and I can't remember what it was.
It's also one of those things too where the first few playthroughs are you get just killed until you can start boosting your stats. The first few runs really are about collecting credit. And how I still do that, like much like a good roguelike, it has checkpoints so you don't have to do everything over again.
Mm-hmm.
But I would usually start right at the beginning because, like, yeah, by the time I get back to where I was, though, I am so OP.
That's why I'm kind of excited for playing Bloodborne, and why I'm really happy it's in PS Plus. Because as you progress in that game, even though you can...
What is it with this shit?
What?
Why does this keep happening to me? This is like the third or fourth game where literally, within a few months of me buying said game, it comes out on Plus.
It's on PS Plus.
I know. I have it. I already bought it. I haven't played it in a long time.
It
I also
happens.
haven't
I
finished
bought
Horizon
Deus
Zero Dawn
Ex,
again.
and as soon as I bought it, 2 weeks later, it's on PS Plus.
Yeah.
All you can really
well.
do is buy games that have been on PS Plus that might not repeat, but it could
Yeah.
it could repeat, and that's
Yeah. Yeah.
it's just it happens.
I'm not really upset because I had the game. So.
I just think it's like a roguelite, but it's not that. How to say what I'm trying to say?
Which one?
Bloodborne. While you do level up some things, if you don't manage to recapture your, whatever they call it in that game, you can still open up shortcuts and other things, and you gain a sense of the lore and other stuff. So I think it's got some really neat. I like that style of roguelite. So even if you completely die, you've made some progress.
Yes.
Which is why I like and hate Binding of Isaac, because you can progress to unlock items, which is great, but you can also spend 45 minutes and then fluff up right at the end, which annoys me. Also, this guy, he just runs at me and then buggers off, and he staggers me so much I cannot get away from him. So all he's doing is just dominating. Which I'd be bothered by, but since he's not killing the brick, I have to hope he win. So this is the last remaining outer tower, which should be nice. You can actually get the bloody thing.
Everyone, or just
Oh, I mean, their whole team rotated to murder us, and 4 have died so far, left. So
of their team?
all five are dead now. I was the only one that died in so I feel bad, but then the team's
then they all died.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so who cares? Yeah.
No,
Like,
it's
with the few
more
times
I
you'll-
feel like I'm not helping the team as much. But then again, I got a decent damage off from my ult. So
This is why I don't play Dota with you guys.
why? Is it because here?
Because that's how I feel when we play.
I think
I'm
having
not
played more
contributing.
Dota and now get some of it, there are a lot of things that just are unsaid that the game doesn't tell you, and people that play it don't educate people that play with them either.
They've been
forgotten
playing
what
it
you
so
need
long.
to know.
Yes, right. That's the problem. Like one of the problems with playing with certain individuals who have forgotten how much they know about the game. Well,
And I
not
wouldn't even say I know much about
consciously.
the game. It's just
they'll
timings about
consciously
stuff
remind
and-
you how much they know about the game, but when you ask them specific information, they'll be like, "Well, what do you need to know?"
The
I
worst
don't
thing
know.
is
I know
even-
nothing about the game, so how can I know what I need to know?
Even knowing about the game sometimes, it's some people can just play a little better.
No.
I know, right?
Oh my gosh, someone be better at video game than me? That's listen.
I know. But it's one of those things where if you can get your team working well together, and you've actually picked decent heroes, it can go well.
Oh sure.
If you've picked really bad heroes,
Which for
and
me, that's
they're in the mood to stomp you, then you can have basically the suckiest hour of your life.
well, that's the thing for me is it's pretty much I'm always picking the wrong heroes. I don't think there are any right heroes for me in that game.
This is-
But I think that's also the reason too that again I'm not gonna reinstall Dota, and if
No,
people
it's
want to
fine.
stream it while y'all are playing, that's
Yeah.
great. I'm more than happy to watch, but I'm not installing it even for spec, even for the ability for real time, watching via coaching. I just, yeah. And hearing you guys play, I'm like, sounds like fun.
No, but it is fun.
Is it? Is it really? I mean, how many times do you walk away from that going, never playing with people again? Yeah.
There are okay. So some of this conversation I don't want to put on Twitch, but
That's fair.
there are some
And that's why
people
I'm
I
also
play with that can. They
I'm
sometimes
not using
get
names either.
yeah. Sometimes they get
Sometimes?
in a certain position where they
Sometimes.
think they're right, like there is a rightness to something, and will
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
not even think
defend
they're
it
arguing
fervently.
over it, but then it means we can't go to another game, and we'll argue
Uh-huh.
over it in voice chat for 20 minutes, when
Uh-huh.
half of us are like, it's not that important.
Uh-huh. Or,
Yeah,
or when you remind them that they're the ones who made the mistake.
yeah,
my
that
favorite.
can be problematic.
Why aren't the rest of you there? We said we weren't going there. Yeah, but we should have attacked them. Well, okay, but we told you we weren't going to, and you continued anyway, so whose fault is that? Yeah, that conversation happens a lot. I love this when you guys play. It's actually fun. It's a lot more fun when I can't see it. Because then there's no context, and the arguing becomes much more fun to listen to.
Oh, I took damage from the core. Okay.
See, I wish I knew more about the game, because then I could actually act as a coach and keep you guys from
What,
doing all that
Paragon?
dumb shit.
Dota.
No, Dota.
Sometimes I would
I would
appreciate
tell
someone
certain
just...
individuals to just, yeah, being able to have like overriding power. Sorry, I'm talking over you.
Sometimes when you're, if you're supporting lane, you can be looking after that lane quite well, but not realising that one other lane's going incredibly. I was in a game the other day,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Luna
Like a
died
rage
like
quit
4
Zeus.
times, and her complaint was there were no wards. When not only was that not true, but on top of that, she's complaining that people weren't calling missing. Now, it was a clockwork roaming, right? So what they do is
Okay.
they roam the map, they find someone to help gank, and they gank them. That's their entire role.
And then they run
So-
away again.
Yeah. So you can't really call missing for that because
they're always technically missing.
Yeah. So
That's
we
their
had some
job.
wards
Yeah,
up.
I get it.
The clockwork was warding incredibly well. They were dewarding us. So yes,
Oh.
we didn't have great vision, but then the 2 carries we had, one was doing okay but needed us to be with them, but they never said, hey,
Okay.
come with me. And the other
Sounds like
carry
it, yeah.
had 1 kill, 9 deaths, and was not doing well, and had the cheek right at the end of the game to say, yeah, we need an reward. It's like, what? I bought 14 in the game. I think the other support bought 4, and it's... I was playing Keeper of the Light, which is great, he can push lanes, but beyond that, he doesn't have the best abilities for anything. He's not Warlock, not Witch Doctor. Wow, I got 0 kills there. Nice.
Hey.
Nice. I got absolutely dominated by this Ian Git. Steel's quite a horrendous hero.
Ian
But we won, so...
Right, there's the key. Yeah, so one of the downsides of the PS Now thing is that you can't have PlayStation parties don't work.
Okay. Yeah, well... I guess the latency and everything they wouldn't want to host.
Right.
So
Right.
So you can't use PlayStation parties on your PS4 and play a PS Now game. Is that it?
Correct. It has something to do probably with the way that, again, like you said, 1 for latency, and 2, the way it switches over into kind of almost like a virtualized environment for it.
I wonder if it's using the same infrastructure they use for part. Well, not like the same
or
chips,
something
but,
similar.
they're probably
Right.
using part of
Yeah,
the hardware to get the latency down. It might be that they're using the ARM core to do some additional stuff, and it just means they don't have the capacity. That's
right,
interesting.
right. But
I earned a star chest.
something was really cool though about PS Now that where's that with this? Oh, games that had incredibly long load times. Those load times are cut down to about a third of what they were.
Well, that's nice.
Because, I mean, I don't think there's like a robot at the other end somewhere in Japan loading up discs into a PS3 for you to play, right? I don't think that's how the system is operating. I don't think that's the case. So what happens is, because it's all digital, I imagine, it's just some of the games had some longer load times. Like, Beyond doesn't take very long to load at all. Thankfully.
I have that on disc, I think I said.
Yeah,
Heavy Rain.
Still playing through it. I don't know if I can continue playing Heavy. I don't know if I can go back
I want
and play
to play
Heavy
them
Rain
both
again.
through again, and I might stream them.
Yeah.
But I'm just after some of the things people have been talking about with Quantic Dream, and I wish that studio was better.
I'm not fucking surprised, really. I mean,
I'm not surprised. No,
David Cage is so
up his own butt.
He thinks he's Hollywood, right? Like, he has Hollywood inside him, like he's fulfilling his destiny by making these games. You see?
Well, the first game I played of his, the tutorial is a virtual version of him talking to you.
Yeah. Yes. Explaining how the puppeteer controls work. Yeah. And I was thinking about this yesterday. I was like, he wants to make a movie. He wants to make movies, right? But he can't. And do you know why? Because no one's going to allow him to make a 14-hour film. He has no... he doesn't know how to be concise at all.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
I'm
interested to where Detroit goes. I just worry some of the themes in that are going to be absolutely suspicious as fuck.
Well, there's going to be a shower scene somewhere.
Oh, I can't wait. I mean, what?
Characters have to shower,
Yep.
God damn it, weirdo.
Well, the thing is, since Valerie did the Kara demo, I've been following her on Twitter, and she's quite outspoken. So I'm sure.
Which one?
Kara,
the demo for what?
Kara? Do you not? Okay.
Ellison?
No. What? When they were looking at technologies before was it before Beyond? Yeah, it was before Beyond. Between Heavy Rain and Beyond.
Okay.
They did like a tech demo to say, hey, this is probably what we can do with the hardware on the PS3.
Okay.
They did the Kara demo. Sorry. Which is that Android that they put together.
Yes, I remember this one.
Yeah.
I remember this one. Okay.
But anyway, that's the actress is Valerie Curry. I'm buggering up on my words tonight. But as I said, she's quite outspoken. I'm sure if they've decided to put her in the shower scene, she'll get rather annoyed at them. I mean, obviously I'm being incredibly weak in my words there. But, yeah. I don't know, there's something wrong with David Cage.
Yeah, and
all their
I think
studio.
That's been apparent.
I mean, it's one thing making... putting a skin in a game for a shower scene and maybe getting it ready if they want to do nudity, but then also still including it. You have to think, well, if you're going to have a debug camera in the debug version, then you'll only do this for titillation, and then possibly you should have got approval for that. Especially if you're using someone else's image.
Yeah. Alright, go back. Gotta get more coffee.
Okie dokie. That skin looks so bad, look at it. That's the normal one. Oh no, I think the other person's going to pick my hero. Gosh damn it. Okay, who have I played before? Yeah. Let's go for Sparrow then. That skin's awful. I mean, the fact you can easily change customization options at this thing. Sorry, at this screen is already better than Dota. Prepare for battle. What lane am I going to be in? I don't even know. I think I'll finish this match and call it a night for playing Paragon. I have a feeling I actually might start Uncharted on Monday. So, as per, we're not going to have a Sunday stream. So, I'll start again on Monday. Basic percent chance to stack of armor. That's good. So where's our team going? No. Hail of arrows.
Okay.
You're back. Minions are spawning bin.
Oh boy.
I have to say this game's very clean. Have you played Rhyme?
Yes.
That was in PS Plus.
I started to, and I got to the part where you meet the fox, it creates a spiral staircase, you open the passageway, you get to their side, dance with the fox a little, and then I stopped playing.
Okay.
Yeah. It was another one of those games that was, I felt like was up its own butt a little bit.
Oh, totally.
Like, it was just like, we don't need to instruct you on anything. Just go, make noise. Waste your time.
Each chapter in that game has completely different, not controls, but just things you do. So it.
Yeah, I just didn't.
I was a bit disappointed. It's sort of like Unfinished Swan, in that each different scenario, it starts off being black and white with things you can't see, and that's a neat idea. And then what does it do? It changes things up. It adds colour, and you're like, hang on, I wanted a black and white game. And it's sort of like that. The first thing, you're mostly shouting at stuff. The second area, you're not area. The bit with the fox is a third of the way through the first section, I guess you'd call it.
Okay.
Chapter, whatever. Story beat. There are 4 major chapters, okay?
Okay.
Is it with people just running at you in this game? Holy shit, they just walk forward. There are 3 in the right lane, and only one of them's been able to kill himself. Yes, this is the problem. We've got 2 mid, 2 left, no one right. Oh. Sure. All over before I started renting.
and sliver. Potted Q. Wow.
Well, that's nice. They called out careful right lane.
Is it where you are?
Yeah. So obviously, two others rotated in this lane.
See, Tyler Holt. Tyler Holt is my arch nemesis here in Pure Pool. I guess on spot.
Ugh.
Oh, and this game has something kind of interesting they call player DNA. This is Pure Pool. So what it is basically it keeps track of your particular playstyle and so on, and other people's playstyles, and you can download them. So basically you can, play against your friends even if they're not actually there. Or in my case, I can play against myself.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting. I think that's kind of interesting. Like, imagine if you could do that in a shooter. You could download, not really. I mean, people have tendencies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So after a while, like, to kind of map out your tendencies into kind of a profile or AI profile.
To me, it depends on my mood. Also, I think if an AI was judging my behaviour, I would get a better score if it watched while I was trying to flank the sneaky bugger. Because otherwise, I'm pretty vanilla. Run at the stupid people or flank them or whatever. If they're just generic people, I'll walk right up to them. Whoops. I'm really bad at timing.
No, I picked up Mirror's Edge Catalyst.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna finish that game. I think I played for an hour. It's not good. I mean, it's not knack bad. Oh my god, speaking of knack, okay. I love children. And by children, I mean anyone under the age of, I don't know, 25. Who are convinced that everyone,
everyone should love
memes. Hold on, no, A, that everyone consumes memes, and B, is influenced by them.
So is this something your daughter's been doing?
No, hold on. There's this whole thread on the PlayStation forums talking about, like something else like is knack the worst game ever, right? And there's this whole conversation about how the original publisher's got to be a troll because there's this and that. And then at one point, so one of the commenters says, this all started because of some YouTuber, and then the Knack is bad became a meme, and they're like, no, fucker, I don't do that shit, and I played Knack. And there's like one person in the middle who describes the exact same experience I got from playing the game, and they get called a shithead and just get good, and you're like, okay, you know what? Fuck all of
I'd
you.
never say get good, but people think Knack are bad as shitheads.
Okay, well, you just wait. You just wait. Have you gotten to the point where you have to double jump to every step? Every like step
I'm currently
you
doing
cannot
a bit...
single
right.
jump shit.
Right. I've just met like this old relic central thing.
Okay.
And I've been hiding from the laser beams it puts out. It feels like just before halfway through the game or something.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. No, you're not. No, it's not halfway now.
Probably a bit.
No, probably a bit less. Maybe the game just felt longer than it was. It was such. The fact that literally there were just sections of the game where you had to double jump all the time. Why? And then again, there were like platforming elements thrown in there just to say we had them in our game. Moving elevator sequences, you know, where you have to jump from one elevator to the other, which is fine, it wasn't different from anything, but it's been there twice, and that's it. Why? Why did you...
What's wrong with double
Just
jumping?
because you had a...
The largest problem I have is
Oh, no,
checkpoints.
all the time.
I can clear one enemy thing, progress through the map, kill someone else, progress through the map, die, and have to redo the whole thing again. That's the only bother I have in
and
only bother.
And if you've used any of your abilities, you've lost all the shards, and you have to now
But it
collect
works
them,
the other way around
which
as well. You can smash the sun crystals, and then die, and then smash them and die. So you can top up 4 and have 3 of them.
Yeah, but there are some areas where there are so few sun shards that you do that for a half hour to get your 3 filled. No thanks. It just... There were a lot of things in it. It was just literally... It wasn't the frustration of playing it, although that was definitely a key part of it. There were just things in there that I felt like, really, why did you... When your team got together and thought, let's make this level, it's like they're just laid out to have game levels, but they don't really fit within the context of the environment they're placed in. For example, like there's one inside a warehouse, but the warehouse has all these crazy platforms that hover over. You're like, why would this even... No, this wouldn't be here. And why is there only one path to everything?
Yep.
The fact that in some cases, if you have a ramp, right, like a series of descending ramps, and they're alternating direction, you know, so there's a little bit of offset where each of them makes a little U to go down. I'm not sure how to describe that. You can't jump over the lip of them. You have to go all the way around the edge of the ramp to go down the next one. Like there's invisible walls in many places. And again, like something that seems so simple, like just this like little block in front of you, rather than be able to jump once and be on top of it, you have to double jump every time. Like it's worse than a Destiny 6-inch step that your character just can't get over. It's like that. It's like in that they, you know how like in like any platform game, there's a certain height that your character can jump to, right? And then anything above that, character can't reach that next level, the next platform. It feels like everywhere in Knack, they said, okay, here's where the player can jump to, bump it by 1 unit. Yeah, that one there, one unit higher, just one. That one too. Yes, every lip in the game, I just want it 1 unit higher. All right, everyone. Thank you. Okay, great meeting. And then next thing you know, as a player, every fucking thing you do, you have to double jump to reach the next thing. I'm like, okay, all you're making me do is tap the X button like a madman for no purpose other than to traverse your level. Why would you make me do this? This isn't like double jumping from a platform over a pit or something, right? It's not that kind of a double jump. It's literally just to traverse the level. Like, mind-boggling is all. That's all. Like I said, like the...
Where is
There's one where there's a section, for example, where you're clinging to a factory, and like outside the wall, there's these like punches that just kind of push you off the edge. But they make no sense, like why they're there at all in the context of the level. It was just because they needed to have them there. It wasn't good. Oh, and well, thankfully in that same thread, someone else readvertised it. People no one asked for. Right? Like, I don't think there was a petition games.org saying, please, give us the sequel to Knack. Holy crap, I haven't seen it since launch. What other kind of, like, just poor IP you think someone's gonna try and pull out?
This team. Why would someone take Twin
Big
Blast
shot.
and then we've not been able to push any lanes because I had a solo lane and people kept rotating to gank me. And the other two lanes I had two people in, they keep jungling. Twin Blast, he wasn't in his lane just then. And now he's gone back to it. It's like, what the hell's the team doing?
They thought you were the carry.
But I'm not. I'm playing a different. I'm playing Sparrow, which
Carry
I've
them.
played before. I don't.
Would you carry them?
I can't.
God damn it.
Because
Get good, John.
they're not grouping up the bunch of.
Yeah,
How do
I
I,
believe it.
say group up? Close. Notify. Oh, I forgot.
Oh,
You
by the
could
way,
place
when I
roles
hit-
in this.
When I hit, you can. I was curious about
Yeah.
that. Then again, I rarely look at the map, so the only time I look at the map is to reorient myself.
Okay, yeah. I don't recall how to do wards actually.
Yeah, me either. I'm finding myself not by Watch Dogs 2. I have so many other games to play right now, I really don't need to drop that.
It's also being attacked in the back. Oh, this team.
You're playing a MOBA, right?
I know.
They're
It's
sacrificing you
the
for the
team
good
we
of the
had
team.
against AI. Perfect. We were all push. The first game I had against players, the players just ran at them, which is fine. We still won. This one, our team doesn't seem to be playing the game. This guy's attacking. They're dead.
Maybe that's why
Guess
they're not
I'm-
attacking, because
I'm gonna
They don't
follow
wanna die
Twin
anymore.
Blast mid, I guess. Oh, I can. Let's say attack right lane. Go, 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 people. Push, push, push. And as soon as I say that, Twin Blast goes to jungle.
maybe you should do it with them.
Nah, waste of time.
Go jungle with them.
Oh, I didn't know the jungle caps gave you stat bonuses and stuff.
There are words I would like to have ejected from all game
Are they
marketing.
rude words?
No, those can stay. If you're making new IP, or you're an indie studio and this is your first game, describing the adventure you've created as epic needs to be
Yes.
denied. All game copy that describes their game as epic needs to be done with. You just, sorry. Please stop trying to tell the rest of us what's going to be epic.
I don't
We
know
will
if I've
tell
just
you
got a
after we're
bad
done.
build or what. Vote on surrender. Wow. This team really
Do
wants
it.
to give up, don't they?
Well, they're like me. They're like, this game's done. Let's just go.
That makes sense. How do I... Bloody cursor. I'd like to say toxic teammate. I'll go for my teammates wanted to surrender. The problem is no one rotated to help me when I mean, I didn't really call out that I was having problems. I did say people weren't there, but just no one else pushed. And that was bad. Oh wow. We got 5 kills in the entire game and I got one of them.
Well, there you go. You got 20% of your team's kills. You are incredible.
I just don't... What were people doing in that game apart from dying?
That was it.
Including... me included. Oh dear.
Nothing, apparently. You just said it.
Well, I'm glad that I've got a couple of videos of Paragon there. Showing an absolute stomp, a reasonable game, and then people giving up because it was so bad. And it didn't even feel bad compared to the second game at all. It didn't feel like we were losing. We were treading water. I guess that's probably the best description.
Yeah.
So I've had this game crash recently, opening a chest, which made me laugh.
Nice.
Yeah.
You think that's probably a connection kind of a thing?
I don't know. I was really annoyed because I just popped into the game after a while and wanted to save the video of like the boot up, the upgrade, everything it does from launching the game up to messing around in the menus. And I was in the menus for like 30 seconds and it crashed, and I was disappointed. Right, so it said I got some stuff there. Is this it?
Oh, so there's a recent
That's cute.
screenshot that I shared to one of our group messages there. I organized all play folders.
So was that you? The audio corrupted for a second.
I organized all of my games and stick to folders.
It did it again. I don't know if the words you're saying are just rude.
Right, there's an automatic voice filter at Sony's end.
Yeah, try it again. I
organized all of my games and apps into folders.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I did that. I've partially done it. Some of the puzzle games I put in, like The Witness, Talus. Then I put a bunch of Wonder games in, so Edith Finch, Everyone's Gone to the Rapture, what's that? Firewatch, stuff like that, all in one.
Yep. I think it's because I got tired
of
games
I don't know how to categorize, so they're floating in the abyss.
I made some up and then I didn't care. Like, driving games is easy.
I don't think I've got enough games for driving that I could put in folders, frankly. I wonder if they've said that Burnout Paradise, that they're remastering, is going to be a cross-play game, possibly. Cross-play or cross-buy. But the thing is, I've got it on PS3 as part of PS Plus, because I got that when they gave us free PS Plus for the for the network.
I already had it. I already owned it. But yeah.
So I kind of think it would be nice if you could play with PS3 players, but I doubt they're going to do that. And I think that's the trick they've missed in all these remasters. Most of them have stripped out the multiplayer.
Those servers. Like, apparently, if you do Easy Drive in Burnout Paradise, even through Steam, apparently you can still hook up with other players directly, but you can't do any of the things that require...
like LAN play, or you mean through PSN or something?
Like through PSN or something like that, it'll actually make a peer connection. I remember that correctly. Like you can still get into but there will only be like 3 people. So, where's I headed with that though? Something about Burnout Paradise. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen though because the original servers were like like when you got the news updates when you first started and all that, that was all hosted by Criterion. That was all Criterion stuff, and they don't exist anymore. Um, so I don't imagine that you're going to have the ability to go back and play with those players.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean I think it's going to just be PS4 focused. Are they releasing other platforms? I didn't look because I'm like kind of upset actually.
Probably Xbox. I don't really. The
Because
thing
that
is,
team, so it's just a remastering job.
it is just a remastering.
Because that team doesn't exist anymore, right? They've all
Yeah,
moved
but
on to different
obviously they're going to
places.
download the source code when they buy companies. It's hardly.
Sure, but that I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with it. I don't feel like I have a real good replacement for that. The burnout kind of games. Need for Speed doesn't fill that same void. It's not the same thing. I mean, okay, some of the car handling stuff in Rivals, because that was the last one that Criterion had a hand in. Still feels kind of like a Criterion racer, which is I was a big fan of Criterion's race games. I think that's why I was a little disappointed when the first title from some of the former development team was Dangerous Golf. Which is still installed, by the way. I haven't played it in a while. Which is basically, the Burnout Crash mode, but condensed into instead of a car, you've got golf balls going around various different types of room environments, smashing things. And some of it's fun and silly, like when the one where you're like firing the golf ball around the kitchen, for example. There's champagne glasses or condiments and things that will just spread everywhere if the golf ball hits them, and all kinds of crazy physics madness going on, and the kind of signature slow bullet time kind of guidance of your crashed vehicle, but in this case it's a golf ball. It's all there. But I think I was expecting a racing game, not just the crash mode changed in the way they kept it to. Maybe that's why they couldn't make a race game. Alright then. Well, I'm glad because I would have loved to have seen, like a modern Burnout game, not just Burnout Paradise brought back. Are you streaming, by the way?
Still streaming it.
Okay, good.
I'm messing around with the watching someone play the game live, and I have camera controls, so I'm flying around the map, having a look at it. This is kind of cool.
Oh, the map itself?
Well, no, I just mean the cameras. It visually. Okay. You can go high enough that you can see the state of the billboard trees, and just. I mean, I get it. They obviously don't want to, or don't need people to look that way. But hang on, if you're going to walk this way, how are you not going to see those shitty trees? I mean, I guess that's fine. I mean, the game performs really.
What, Paragon?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
was
it's not
actually kind of
60
impressed
FPS,
for the
but
level of
it's smooth.
It is on the computer, and I was really impressed with how the
I'm
engine
sure it would,
scales.
but computers, they have this capacity that it could be a
Yes.
cray or something. You know, you're not saying much when you say computer.
Oh my
do you?
god.
Well,
Asshole.
it's an infinite from being a
PC,
little
how's that?
Raspberry.
How-
It's from Raspberry
I'm
Pi
sorry.
all the way up to a Titan X. I'm just saying that. Of course, it will on PC. The PC has these things where you buy a GPU to upgrade every so often.
My hardware. I don't upgrade
Yeah.
GPUs. I can't. Okay, so I bought Plants vs. Zombies. Let's go check this out.
Nice. You gonna stream that?
It's $5. It's on sale for $5 right now.
Yeah, but
It's
US
usually-
PSN tends to have far cheaper prices than the EU PSN. So
I'm sorry.
you
Oh no,
bastards.
I'm sorry. It's ready to play. It has another 30 gigs left to download. It's
Okay.
37 fucking gigs. This game
that-
better be some
I
hot
know, it's-
shit.
A game for children, and you think, well, you know, it probably has 2 textures and a couple of models,
It's
and that's
not.
it. It's all good.
But it's not
But no,
really
it's
a
a
game
Frostbite
for
game,
children,
yeah.
though.
Well, I mean,
Oh, that
it's more
explains
children
it.
violent. I think it's something that
Eh,
parents would probably prefer
Alienation
over Call
level.
of Duty, maybe.
This is alienation quality mayhem, I think.
These trees look reasonable. Like this,
Reasonable? Like you can have a conversation with them.
that everyone's playing the game, and I'm just staring at the trees. Like, these trees are okay.
There's someone going, this fucking team, what is this person doing?
Yeah, when I'm playing the game, I'm getting annoyed at everything else. I have to say that even
That
though
is
if you
nature
get the
of
camera
every
like
game.
10 meters away from something, the level of detail pops away and it looks like absolute butts. But if you get nice and close, it's near Destiny level quality of decoration. You know how the texture work in Destiny is top par. I think.
Yeah. It depends.
It's-
You can pick certain ones in certain areas.
Oh, yes.
I would agree with that, but there are definitely.
when you're on the moon, you're going into the caves and you're looking at the floor. It looks so damn good. Maybe some crates look a bit tatty, but you know.
There are times I wish that you played Destiny 2 on PC.
Yeah, not going to happen unless it comes out on Linux.
I know. I
Wahaha.
know. I know. It's. I have a couple friends I play with. Well, one of them I don't play with very often because she has decided that Destiny 2 is a shit game, and that's it.
Oh yeah,
And it's like-
I can be on board with that.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's flawed in a lot of ways,
So what
but
does she think?
it's still kind of fun.
Can you elaborate on her opinion on that?
Sure. The PvP is horribly broken, right? It always has
Yeah.
been, right? The Crucible's always been one of those kind of hit or miss things. But as it stands now, sniper rifles and fusion rifles pretty much don't have a whole great place there. Fusion rifles overall have been kind of like I have the Telesto again. Thank God, I love that weapon to death. But let's see what else though. What else is wrong with it? There's really no reason to be grinding for any of the shit. But I don't know. They also have a tendency to get like caught up in internet anger. You know, that whole we're mad about something for this reason, and that's why like the reason Suicide Squad was a shit movie was because Jared Leto wasn't a good Joker. Okay, well that's what the internet has said. Other people have said it was a bad movie because of other reasons. Like Jared Leto had it had a lot of other problems before that, right?
Yeah,
She kind of tends to get hooked on things that the internet has said are wrong, right?
okay.
It's just, and so all of the people just, I don't know. For me, I'm like, I don't know. It's still kind of fun to play. It's mindless. I go around. They've done some things now, like they've given you emblems that track different things.
oh, like the
to give
ghosts
you a
that
reason.
track stats and stuff.
Right, but in this case, like for example, now they've created one emblem for each of the different planets that tracks your lost sectors, region, chest, and one other space.
Okay, so that helps you just...
Oh,
That's kind of
the
nice.
ghost.
Do you have to...
The ghost.
do you need
The ghost
special version of the
discoverables.
game together?
They just released it in the last patch. So like ghost discoverables, those are the other things that we can track.
What if
There's a
ghost
special
discoverables?
emblem.
You mean just finding
Like,
dead
you-
ghosts?
No. Kind of like, you could investigate things in the world, and it would give you a little bit. Ghost would give you a little bit of lore about that item.
Okay.
Like the hive husks in near the Court of Oryx, for example. I think that was
Yeah.
one. Yeah, much like that. So it'll track how many of those you've discovered. Then there's a new one that has to do with, they just added scoring back to the Nightfall. There's been scoring for any of the strikes. The strikes are, that's a complaint too. There's only a handful of strikes right now, and heroic strikes aren't even really worth doing, other than the fact that every week it asks you to do 3 of them for powerful gear. Okay, because they're pointless. They're incredibly easy. The rewards aren't really that good, so there's no incentive to do them, other than the time when it tells you to do 3. Scoring modifiers. Scoring's coming back to those, but scoring came back to the Nightfall. Now, you can get... This is interesting. It's basically, it's a card, which is an inventory item, that you can then add a modifier of your own choosing to the Nightfall. That will then add a
what, to make it
score
more
multiplier.
difficult?
Right.
Okay.
It'll also add a score multiplier on top of that, but only on the prestige version of the Nightfall. And the emblem will change and provide additional rewards within the Nightfall when you achieve a certain number of points, when you score a certain amount in the Nightfall. So like it's a 3-tiered emblem that you upgrade by performing better in the Nightfall. I'm like, hey, not nothing. That's kind of fun, right? It gives you something to shoot for. It gives you some reason to play it again. To me, I feel like Bungie's trying different things, right? They're trying to find a way to get people doing the daily things they were before, but not just fucking every goddamn day. Oh, hey, it's a new week. Go to the Plague Lands. That's it. We're done.
Yeah, but you didn't have to do that. I did that because I wanted to
Oh my god.
head out my book.
But okay, there were other things too, though. Toward the end of it, though, it was a lot of just kind of that end tier stuff that people were doing, you know.
But that was
or
the
like
case
in your
of,
case, cleanup.
Right, when I got Rise of Iron, it was a year after that had come out in the Game of the I got it just after Christmas. It was like February. They'd already decided that Destiny 2 was going to be coming, but they hadn't mentioned it. So they were basically making the content to keep people active over the summer for them to then reveal that Destiny 2, etc.
Okay.
So yeah, an awful lot of the Plagueland stuff was like, hey, if you haven't got to the top level yet, you can do all this grinding. It'll give you some extra stuff to do. Here are some more weapon quests and the rest. And yeah, they really wanted people to get raid ready. And once you've done the raids, you didn't have to keep playing the game. It was a case of, if you've done that...
Yeah.
And
oh, wow.
I swear, if Destiny 2 hadn't come along, then it's likely that all the missions they were working on would have been in Destiny 1. And that, I think, is the problem to me with Destiny 2 arriving. That
I don't know if that's true, though. See, I'm starting to be of the mindset that they couldn't just shoehorn the new material into...
I'm not saying they could have shoehorned it in. What I'm saying is, I was playing Destiny in the mindset that more content was coming, and I wanted to be ready for when that content came. And the problem there was, because they already knew that it wasn't coming...
right, okay.
First off, their messaging pissed me off, because you don't launch that sort of pack and then declare 2 months later that the game's going to be kind of shut. I thought that was a dick move, that was all. But yeah, I think if I'd have got into Rise of Iron when they released it and did all that stuff, it would have felt quite grindy and a bit a bit underwhelming, even though it gave an awful lot more to do. It wasn't,
Mhm.
it wasn't.
Well, I think that was it. People were saying like the end game rewards weren't good enough, but the thing is, like, it's obvious though that they're working on these things. It's become
I,
obvious to me, like with the latest patches, that they're working toward making it a better game overall. It's got to be incremental. I imagine there's a lot of times too where they're trying to do certain things, and especially now, shaders I think have fucked things up in a lot of strange ways too.
yep, I have such nice shaders in Destiny 1, and the fact that not only will I not have them, but you then have to collect them to apply them to stuff, and then you can't reapply. It's just like, ugh, really.
Yeah, they're. I won't. I can't disagree with the fact that they have done some bizarre, weirdo bullshit with this. Um, the shader system is the worst. But I meant more that since, I think shaders conflicting with um, other code sometimes I think causes problems for them when they try and do something cool. Like, I don't know. It also seems to me too like they're a lot more cautious now about releasing kind of major gameplay updates.
Hmm.
Like, they're more likely to leave it in testing a bit longer than they may have in the past. I mean, I know that they put out the roadmap and they've had to kind of modify it a few times. And I don't think it's something that they absolutely want to do. I mean, every time they do this, they run the risk of people going, okay, what the fuck is your problem? Why can't you fix this? Or, like in the case of the last one, they announced, like, okay, there's some QOL patches coming. Any chance maybe you could patch QOL stuff in advance? Of course, it's not going to happen, right?
Yeah.
But yet we get, like, the week-long faction rally that nobody but the Earth Firster seems to be able to win.
Yeah.
It's terrifying, and
I have a feeling they're
I'm
gonna cycle the skew with that, so it feels like other faction members can easily win. Because why else would they do it if one faction will just dominate every week?
we were discussing it, me and the few of us who are still playing. Um, Part of the issue is that so many of us have gotten to a point where we're literally playing one character. We're playing one class and that's it, and we really don't care about the others. There's, like, my exotic collection. I was checking it the other day and I'm missing a whole bunch of pieces of armor. Well, the pieces of armor I'm missing are from the hunter class, because I don't fucking play hunters.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't.
No, I get that.
And at this point, really, to be honest, I pretty much don't play anything but my warlock.
So how are the exotics different then? Because in Destiny 1, yes, the armor was specific to the class, but then you didn't need it and you couldn't equip it to your other one, so it didn't really matter if you didn't play that specific class. You didn't have to collect all the exotics for it.
You still don't have to. That's just a collection thing. Like,
So
if you just want to have them all, right?
Yeah.
You don't know anyone like that.
I'm pretty sure I don't have all the exotic armor, but it was just because quite a few of the sites stopped tracking where Xur was because of Destiny 2, and on top of I was just playing Destiny 1 less. It just felt like, meh, I don't really need to collect this because if I'm not going to go raiding, then I don't need to get the perfect gear. And I had decent gear, and then they killed the inventory management, which really annoyed me because my inventory is full of stuff, and it sort of turns out that I might just junk everything. Because basically all my heroes are full, my inventory is full, and I just need to trash it all or something. I don't know. There are an awful lot of weapons I like the look of, and I kept them,
sure.
and I just now that I can't easily preview or swap them around, it's just like, well, thanks, game.
I thought there's an app called The Vault.
Does that still work? Because I used
That
a
doesn't-
third-party one.
That's what this one
stopped
is.
working. Okay.
Oh, I thought this one's claimed to still have Destiny 1 support, but I don't know because I haven't tried it with my Destiny character. But anyway, where I was headed with this is that when you go and you pick up the engrams, they're specific to each character.
And you can't put them in the vault and call them out by others.
You can. But when you go to, like, say, to Zavala to collect the engram that's going to become, well, you go collect the armor basically because it decrypts it on the fly. It's only going to drop armor for the class that you're using. So what that means is like my chances for getting, a hunter cloak are slim because I'm playing a warlock all the time. Actually, it'll never drop it that way. I can get it from Xur, or that's pretty much it.
Right. I think what I'll do is I will stop the Twitch stream now because all I'm doing is browsing the interface, and we can continue talking about Destiny. But yeah, I liked the idea of Paragon. It just, the whole card system frustrated me no end when it started, and then they changed it a few times, and I'd already moved on to other games. And I never got back into it until they announced, hey, it's going to shut on the 26th of April. Which is like, oh, I kind of like that game. That's a shame. That's just how things go. It's
I had
like
the same
Kill
reaction.
Strain,
and I think,
and Tomorrow Children. Sadly, stuff like Drawn to Death is still online. Why can't that game go first? Why did the Tomorrow Children have to go?
And I had the same reaction when I read that Paragon was closing. But coming back, I can see what they meant, where they just couldn't figure out the card system, and they had bought into it from the very beginning that there were going to be cards of some kind, and so I don't know. And then Fortnite, PUBG. We can blame PUBG of all things.
Well, Dota queue times are about double now, I think, because of PUBG. There's just not as many people playing it. The queuing times for getting into Dota games. Yeah. They used to be like 2-3 minutes quite regularly. Now they're like, sometimes we can get up to 5.
Oh, good. Good. That sounds good to me. So hopefully what I'm looking for now is another PUBG to come along. Hey, you know what? My opinion of PUBG has just changed.
You mean Fortnite? Because we can start playing Fortnite together if you want.
Hell no.
Because that's another epic game I can install and get frustrated that because I'm playing the free version, I'll have these trophies on my account. Well, this empty trophy collection. I'm going to actually delete that because that's kind of annoying that because they've obviously launched it as a non-standalone version of Fortnite. So it's probably what they should do.
What? Release the Battle Royale part separate?
Yeah, make it, because obviously one's free to play, one isn't. So people are downloading a game that they can't play, and it adds trophies to their account. It's kind of stupid. Oh, did you not realise that?
But then again, I only played the once with you and said that's enough for me.
Okay.
And not only that,
problem is you know you've missed a chance now. It's going to be full of children that know how to play. You would have been able to dominate a few months ago.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm cool with not dominating. No, a friend of mine had suggested that, maybe we check it out on the PC, and I'm like, sure. I mean, I've tried it before, and I installed it, and before I ever launched it again, I'm like, yeah, no. Just tell yourself, no, you'll be fine without this game. And honestly, I think I'm better for having just immediately uninstalled Fortnite again.
I'm trying to work out what I should stream this next week. Maybe you can help me.
Uh-huh.
The
Mac.
I might.
Oh wait, you don't have access to it now, do you?
Not this second. So sometime this week I'll find where I'm gonna spend this 50 odd quid, whether it's gonna be just Amazon or on the actual PSN store itself, and get access to NAC again. But I was thinking Uncharted 3, but that might basically take up a fortnight of my streaming time, because it's a much longer game than 2, I think. And if I'm doing like an hour and a half to 2 hours a day, then you know, and we're not doing Sundays, so I do not know.
So when you say we, you're like talking about
just
yourself.
Yes, it's the royal we.
The royal we. I wanted to say
Yes.
that, but
I am speaking of me and my Twitch audience of 0.
oh, that's not true. Your concurrent viewers are 0, but
Yes,
you know,
sometimes
your
I actually
viewers are
got
higher
to
than
3
that,
the
yes.
other night, which was kind of cool. Apart from now on Twitch, it says 0 on the VOD, so it's like, oh, thanks Twitch for tracking that particularly well. I started transferring my Uncharted 2 videos to YouTube, and already got 2 copyright strikes in them. And it's stuff claimed by the Sony blog. It's like, why? Apart from YouTube not understanding that they're saying, you're not meant to monetize this video. I'm like, I know. You recently took monetization off my account, YouTube. So
Yeah,
it doesn't even matter anyway.
I guess for me, I've always been lucky because I've never really cared, and so I never turned that on for one thing. Number two, I've always said sure.
I hate
Like,
the automatic
for me, it was like,
processes that,
oh,
like, this
well,
quite a bit of a game is copyrighted. It's like, no, it's
I was
not.
like, here, fine, if you want to run an ad when this music plays, fuck off and do it, but this isn't mine and I don't care, right? But the second piece of it was that most likely what matched yours was the fact that your gameplay probably matched some fucking gameplay clip on the website. Why?
Yep.
Because it was most likely part of a cutscene.
Yeah.
So it's just, I get it. It's tweaking the algorithm still. Holy shit. Sorry, I was just thinking about how long I've had my Google.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Goodbye.